Today I'm playing Monster Camp, which is the sequel to Monster Prom. There's no face cam in this video because it was late and I really didn't feel like getting fixed up, but I thought that it would still be worth recording anyway, and I'm playing with my sister Alicia and one of my best friends, Grace. Their socials will be linked in the description, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, it seemed to
No,
be
but I'm gonna take
items.
Scott snacks because Grace can't have them.
Why are you? That's not fair.
Yeah.
Yes, it's absolutely fair.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna eat Grace's boyfriend, and there's nothing she can do to stop me.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna die.
Oh, fuck.
Cult ring, obviously, is an ex-cultist myself. And some insect repellent, because... Alright, here we go.
One might say that the Monster Prom has hardened us on the highs and lows of love. But no, in love, we're always absolute beginners, and summer camp was no different. No one talked about it, but the idea of a summer love loomed over our heads. Okay. Close to last day of camp, there was a meteor shower happening just 2 weeks away. Everyone knew that if you were into someone, you were going to watch that damn thing together. And so, a silent yet powerful pressure invaded us. It was the Monster Prom all over again. Everything seemed uncertain, everything but one thing. Whoever we were asking on a meteor shower date, it was probably going to be one of the 6 coolest people on that bus. Joy Johnson Johima, 23, a badass witch who wanted to chill a bit after saving the world countless times. Aravi Mishra, 22, a hot-headed adventurer possessed by a curse who had turned out to be the most annoying roommate ever. Calculester Hewlett-Packard, version 1.1, a library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. Dahlia Quino, 20, a buff blue demon and warmonger who had set her sights on conquering summer next. Damien LeVay, 21, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. And Milo Belladonna, 23, a Death Reaper doubling as an internet influencer who was profoundly in love with life and all its earthly pleasures. The bus trip was long, and all of summer could be shaped by the first step well taken. And so it was clear. It all came down to breaking the ice and causing a good impression with the right person. Break the ice by doing something unexpected on the bus. Just a huge burp. Spend the trip updating your software. Start taking selfies compulsively. Swear about your sworn enemy. Just sigh loudly. Challenge someone to a staring duel.
I'm gonna take some compulsive selfies.
Oh, I have to pick mine.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, unexpected. I don't do anything unexpected. Thought
Fucking burp.
Just
burp.
Burping.
Do it.
Do it. I did it. I did it.
Do all 3 of us do these things all at once?
I mean, y'all know I'm always swearing about my sworn enemies. It's not even difficult.
I don't know if I have sworn enemy. Maybe.
Oh, are you taking selfies right now, Sloot thought? Bold choice. This bus has such good lighting. I often find the best selfies are taken in the unlikeliest of places. I prefer to take mine behind the dumpster at Pizza Hut. I'm sure we'll take a plethora of beautiful selfies at camp. Hashtag hot girl summer. More like hot for Milo this summer if you catch my drift.
Oh my god, really?
Whoa, was that you, Vicky? Fucking A. What did you even eat to get that burp? I usually do a mixture of energy drinks and watered down gasoline to really get the belches going.
Help.
I'm a little jealous that Grace got him this time.
If any of you want to do any voices, just let me know. Otherwise, I will railroad right over you and just do them.
I'm not a voice actor.
You're good. So... You're good. I'm not a voice actor.
Look, Grace, it's the closest thing to your boyfriend, his friend.
Yeah. Scott and I...
close enough.
Yeah. Scott and I had burp contests all the time, usually during pop quizzes. Maybe you and I can continue the tradition at camp when shit gets lame. Looks like you're gonna be eating a lot more beans while you're in camp, but you're okay with that as long as you get to spend more time with Damien.
Right,
I mean,
who'd
close
get?
enough.
Oh, you got the hot lady. No.
I got the hot lady.
Are you swearing about your sworn enemy, Red? A noble pastime! I'll join you. That might be kind of tough now that I don't have a sworn enemy anymore, though. She fucking killed her sworn enemy. My enemy used to be the spicy Red Snothead Damien LeVay, but it turns out he's way too wimpy and apathetic to be the object of my undying hatred. Oh shit.
You remind me of someone.
Hey, maybe you and I could be enemies by the time camp ends. Wouldn't that be fun? If Dolly is meaning the enemies to lovers type of enemy, then fuck yeah, it will be. We only had 2 weeks left to woo our crushes and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
Oh, I can't remember the name of the character during it. Reminds me of that one lady from She-Ra.
I hope I choose correctly.
What I instantly think of.
Are you talking about the lady from the desert?
Yes. I
Yeah,
remember her name.
she kind of looks a lot like her. I don't remember her name either.
Yeah.
Alicia might know.
She cool. I like her.
I'm gonna go the lake. That day, you decide to take a swimming class in the lake. You learn all sorts of cool swimming techniques. The backstroke, the side stroke, the Macarena stroke, the mime having a stroke. All the strokes are fun, though perhaps a bit medically concerning. You gain +2 fun. You meet up with Milo for an intense session of jazz appreciation, but your emotional moment is ruined by a big stupid jerk. Appreciating jazz, I see. Well, when I'm through with the camp, the only music you'll be appreciating is a soft rock cover of Achy Breaky Heart on endless repeat. You mean you're going to turn Camp Spooky into a dad's house? You wish you were that lucky, but I'm an evil CEO after all, so I'm here to buy up Camp Spooky and turn it into a shopping mall. Really? How'd you get to be so wealthy with so little business sense? No one goes into shopping malls anymore. Oh yeah, hotshot? Well then where do teens go to hang out with their friends? The internet.
Okay, but where do brands hawk their latest wares?
The internet.
Fine, but where, I ask you, do people buy useless gadgets they neither need nor truly want in order to stave off the boredom of their empty lives?
The Sky Mall catalog. Also the internet.
Curse this internet, it's got me at every turn, unless... Yes, that's it, I'll buy the internet and build a shopping mall on it. Just have to make a few calls.
Do you even know how the internet works? It's not an object you can buy. And is that a car phone attached to a sports car that you didn't drive here? You're
done. Turns out the Vanderbilts are looking to sell the internet after all. Too many peasants, they said. Looks like it's time to ruin it with business.
True to his words, the CEO soon makes the internet even more of a consumerist wasteland than it was before. Also, he installs Annie's pretzels somehow.
No, my beloved internet, how will my followers authentically connect with my brand when the internet is polluted with all these brands? I didn't want to have to do this, but there's a secret second internet that I happen to know about. Ordinarily, only influencers are allowed, but this is an emergency. If we could just transfer everyone else to that internet, then we'd all be free of that madman's I don't know how to pronounce that.
Words.
Machinations? Machinate? I know the word, but I don't know how it's fucking pronounced.
I don't know either.
But how will we convince everyone to jump ship? Spread a rumor that the current internet has reached its expiration date and will soon start to smell bad. Internet is too fast nowadays. Make the internet slower so people can really savor. I wish that was an issue I had. I wish my internet was too fast. But is that true? Lying is a bad look, you know.
It's true, you assure them. Haven't they noticed the signs? Well, when food goes rotten, it starts to smell bad, take on an unappetizing color, and make an increasing number of racist comments. Oh wow, you're right! Not only that, you point out, take a look at these memes from 15 years ago. They're so stale. I hope no one's contracted food poisoning from consuming this expired content. Do you think all the fake news, concern trolling, shitposting, and Twitter polls are symptoms of the spoilage too? Oh no, this started as another one of your dumb lines, but it could be the internet has been rotten for a long time now? I used to complain whenever the internet would freeze on my computer, but now I almost wish it had stayed frozen. Maybe it wouldn't be spoiled now. Speaking of which, how will we make sure our new internet doesn't experience the same fate? The same way you prevent any spoilage. You tell them, keep it cool, wash your hands before using, and if all else fails, preserve with plenty of salt. Ah, salt, the spice of life. We'll have to make sure to recruit all the League of Legends players first thing.
Hold on, I want a screenshot of that.
Literally, if you just got all of the League players and all of the Overwatch players, you'd have enough salt to, like, I don't know, salt a lot of pretzels. Once you disseminate your information, everyone is happy to switch over to your new internet, especially since the old internet really has started to smell like old beef. Curses! Once again, a band of wily young adults have left me with nothing but a pile of spoiled garbage and the desire for revenge. But I'll be back. You haven't heard the last of Mr. Papa's. Who was that? I feel like I talked to him earlier, but he wasn't relevant to my brand, so I forgot. You did too. You're too busy enjoying the new internet. You'll miss how dank the memes used to be, but the hot takes are especially hot today. You gain +2 charm and +1 smarts. Okay, Gracie's turn.
Go in the woods.
That day, you go to the woods searching for edible roots to make a wilderness tea. You find lots of roots. Beetroot, ginger root, the square root of pie, the root of all evil. You brew it all together, and it's the most delicious tea you've ever had. It's so rooted with knowledge that you gain +2 smarts. You return to your tent for some alone time after the drama, but you should have known drama would follow you to your tent. You see Damien punching everything. Ah, fucking mosquitoes! Why don't you suck the blood out of my fists? The mosquitoes, which you now realize are what Damien is actually trying to punch, seem more than happy to oblige. They swarm all over Damien's furious hands. And all over everything else, including your attractive face, which immediately gets punched by Damien.
Whoa, is someone there? My punch sense is tingling. Oh, it's you, Vicky. I didn't see you there because I was blinded by my rage at these stupid mosquitoes. Seriously, I hate these little fuck buttons. They think they can just come over here and steal my blood. And I didn't even know they had fists, but it looks like one of them just punched you in the face. so not only are they stealing my blood, they're stealing my whole thing. The worst part is I can't even do anything about them. Camp Director Ms. Weaving confiscated my mosquito-killing machine gun because it exceeded the max number of machine guns allowed at camp. All I have left is the stupid mosquito spray, but it turns out it's mosquito sun spray, which just made them immune to skin cancer. Or maybe it wasn't the spray. Maybe the mosquitoes are in league with the sun. I should have killed that solar son of a bitch when I had the chance. Maybe I can kill them by shooting blood out of my eyes, or shooting harpoons out of my harpoon gun, or shooting harpoons out of my eyes. Oh dear, it seems like Damien's discovered an experimental new level of murderous rage. You'd better find a way to rid him of these mosquitoes, because you're the only one who should be allowed to bite that spicy red skin.
Oh my god.
Steal Damien's blood back from the mosquitoes in the most ambitious heist in Camp Spooky history. Mosquitoes can't stand the smell of lavender, citronella, or lemongrass. Replace all of Damien's blood with essential oils. That is some Facebook mom level shit.
Got it.
A heist, you say? You crazy son of a bitch, I'm in, and I know just the guy. Damien leads you through a false tent, into a secret sub-basement, past a password door, and into an underground speakeasy, gambling den, chop shop, laundromat. You're greeted by a writhing ball of fingers in a tank top smoking a cigar. Damien LaVey, it says. Somehow I didn't know you were still alive. Not for lack of trying, Jimmy Fingers. Listen, I'm putting a crew together and I need a hand, if you know what I mean.
Too bad, says Jimmy Fingers. I'm all thumbs.
Come on, Jimmy, one last job. What would Delilah say if she... All right, you devil. What's the job? A casino? A bank? Some kind of bank casino hybrid? This is some GTA shit. Even better, this time we're stealing all my blood back from the mosquitoes that bit me at summer camp.
All of the blood from all of the mosquitoes? Are you telling me?
That's right. I'm talking a classic Transylvania hot tub, a Seth Brundle, and a reverse Romanian Wilkinson.
A look of awe creeps across Jimmy's fingers.
You crazy son of a bitch, I'm in. One montage set to an upbeat jazz music later, you've gathered your crew. After another montage, you've completed the heist. God bless jazzy montages. But when you open the biohazard bags, hoping to find Damien's blood, what you find instead is... Beans! We've been betrayed! Alright, who's the rat? Not to point fingers, says Jimmy Fingers, but do you think we might have been betrayed by the hacker Fancy Florida? I'm just saying, she's a giant mosquito, so... That's incredibly racist, buzzes Fancy Florida. Her proboscis
innocently siphoning blood from Damien's neck. What about Rodent Ralph the Safecracker? He's an actual rat person.
I'm so confused. I don't know who it could be. The only person obviously at fault here is Vicky for suggesting this stupid heist in the first place. Let's steal all her blood.
Finally, a plan everyone can get behind, except for you. But who wants to listen to a dweeb who just lost -2 charm and -1 fun?
Rolled.
I lost
you got
my
rolled,
blood.
guys.
Oh.
You got fucking
Oh
rolled.
boy. The camp dome looks like fun. Let's go fight some people.
You're huddled behind a bullet bunker in the throes of tail tag battle royale against camp rival camp. You're sure that this is the end. You've lived a good life, you think. Next to you is a camp rival camp member, shivering and crying and out of ammo. Why guns are a part of tail tag is beyond your comprehension. Is this where we die, Red? They sob. Why couldn't Camp Spooky and Camp Rival Camp just make love and not war? You reach for them, as if to bring them into a tender kiss, and as soon as they're in your grasp, you take their tail. Fuck yeah! That gives Camp Spooky the win! Everyone saw your sexy ruse, which gives you +2 charm. You're recovering from that interaction when Dahlia almost tramples you with her rock-hard calves. Oh, hey, Red, I didn't see you beyond the majestic silhouette of my own flexing muscles. I've got to stay in top physical condition if I'm ever going to earn my FBI agent badge before the end of the summer. You're about to explain to Dahlia that's how a different kind of badge than she probably thinks it is when you notice another Dahlia in the vicinity.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
What are you looking at, Red? I'm flexing my quads right now. You should be looking at...
Me?
Who are you, stranger who looks almost exactly like me? Explain yourself at once. I don't look like you. You look like me because I'm Dahlia Aquino. Rawr, rawr, rawr. You're not me. I am. You lack the necessary muscles. On the contrary, since I'm the real Dahlia Aquino, the real Dahlia Aquino looks like this. And since you don't look like this... I'm the imposter? How could I be? Am I such a master of disguise that I have fooled even myself? No, you're not a master of disguise. But I am. Counselor Flodge! That's right, Dahlia. It was me all along. You couldn't tell because I was wearing a mask. Your ingenuity truly knows no bounds, Counselor. If only I had your mastery of the art of infiltration, I might make a better candidate for the FBI. Alas, my flawless blue skin and extreme handsomeness render me totally unfit for undercover work. Why, even if I posed as a contestant in a beauty pageant in order to stop a domestic terror plot and a fun-filled romp starring Sandra Bullock, I'd likely render myself too conspicuous due to winning so hard. Please, Counselor Flodge, teach me your ways. I'm willing to devote all my time to this, eschewing all romantic relationships in the meantime. What?
Oops.
No, fuck that. Show Dahlia that you're the better camouflage tutor by suggesting someplace where her natural assets would really help her blend in.
Oh, good lord.
A utopian society of buff Smurfs, or a Dahlia Aquino cosplay contest.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, of course, the 3rd international cosplay competition for Dahlia Aquino dress up, which happens to be going on right now. Why didn't I think of that? Probably because you're not a master of disguise like me, or to a lesser extent, Red. This is just like going undercover at a Miss Universe pageant, only better because there will be more of me there. Come on, Red, help me get ready for Thick Dad. Soon in the Thick Dad dressing room. All right, we've only got a few hours to prepare my disguise. Let's think, what would Dahlia wear to a Dahlia cosplay competition? You suggest the outfit she's currently wearing. That's genius! A true warrior makes use of her surroundings, and clothes are totally surroundings! But clothes are only the beginning. A true master of disguise mimics everything from their suspect's gait to the way of talking. How do I learn to walk and talk like Dahlia? You suggest walking and talking the way she normally walks and talks. Are you sure? I feel like I should be doing more to prepare. Let me see. Dahlia walks past a floor-length mirror, scrutinizing her movements. My god, you're right. It's as if I've been training my entire life for this job. They'll never know it's me under this flawless Dahlia disguise. Rose, what are you doing? I've got a cat on my desk. You couldn't agree more. You leave Dahlia to stare intensely at her own reflection for character research and join the excited audience. It's a great show. You've never seen so many buff blue babes in your life. Unfortunately, though, Dahlia only wins 2nd place. You assume she'll be crushed.
Crushed? I'm delighted. It means my Dahlia impersonator disguise was so convincing, no one could tell I was the real Dahlia. Plus, did you see the first place contestant? She's flawless. I'm flattered to even be in the same competition as such a professional. Here she comes now. Oh, hello there. It's me, Dahlia, winner of the Dahlia contest. Rar, rar, rar. Sigh, I'm beautiful, aren't I?
She sure is, so beautiful that just spending all day looking at people pretending to be her has instilled you with +2 boldness and +1 creativity.
So many options.
I'm gonna go to the manor. While exploring the haunted manor, you find an enchanted skull who speaks in riddles. His voice makes your ears bleed. You decide to name him Sparky and put him on your keychain as a fun pet. He tells you all sorts of cool things, like beware the tides of Venus, and if you meet a guy named Lenny at Costco, don't give him $20. Sparky also tells you exactly when and how you'll die. Apparently, it's going to involve a lot of mozzarella sticks. You gain +2 boldness for gaining the foresight. That sounds about right. Afterwards, you find Milo and Calculester in the foyer. Calculester is measuring the wall using one of his very best friends, a tape measure. Yeah, did you guys hear that? His Jacksepticeye. Measurement complete. The stain is exactly 31.2981 inches in diameter, and my biodetector reading shows that it is either blood or a very dehydrated person's urine. Gross, that should be 35 inches at least to be on trend. God, the interior design here is an absolute disaster. The aesthetic is childish and cliche when it needs to be mature and macabre. And Cal, let's use centimeters instead of inches going forward. I have an international audience to keep in mind, you know. Tape measures, ambiguous wall stains, your heart is already racing. You ask these two weirdos what they're up to. Oh dear, isn't it obvious? This haunted manor is the latest challenge for Cal and Milo, professional house flippers. We are going to use our expert interior design skills to improve the manor, and then sell it to the highest bidder. I rarely get to flip things, so I am excited. I was concerned because we are not the owners of the building and have no legal rights to sell the property, but Milo has reassured me that this information is irrelevant. Yup, life is about finding your secret garden and decorating with the flowers from your soul, which confers legal ownership according to squatters' rights. Plus, this whole process is going to be incredible footage. I'm thinking an entire docuseries on glamming up the manor. I'm thinking 18 videos, each about 48 seconds long. That's why I've been recording every moment of our creative process, including the moments when I was observing dust particles and considering the beauty of sentience. Honestly though, this is the biggest house flipping challenge we've ever had. This place has been haunted for ages and the ghosts have done a terrible job of upkeep. I mean, look at this collection of antique dolls. They're not even cursed. Not even one doll contains the soul of a deranged serial killer. Agreed. That is unacceptable. Oh, and I am unsure if this is irrelevant, but I have discovered that there is no plumbing system here. Literally zero plumbing, not a single pipe in the whole manor. I still do not know what happens if you flush a toilet. There's toilets in the manor, but no plumbing.
That's so weird.
Plumbing issues? Oh god, I don't have the attention span for infrastructure problems, and neither do my viewers. Come on, Cal, we need to flip this thought fast. I'm thought. Understood. And one other important constraint. We have a budget of $12.50 for all flipping and production costs. Any ideas, Sleuth Thought? If you can find a way to glam up this trashy old manor fast, you'll totally impress these two house flipping cuties. Kill an interior designer so his ghost gets trapped in the manor. Add a flat screen TV. A flat screen TV probably costs more than $12.50. I can see how an interior designer ghost could help us, but I'm 99.87% sure that murder is wrong, especially if it's just for aesthetic improvements to real estate. As a literal god of death and professional fabulous person, I confirm that aesthetic improvements are the best reason to murder someone. Consider my objections vanquished. Let us do an aesthetic murder.
Aesthetic murder. Oh my goodness.
You convince an extremely prestigious interior designer to come look at the manor. He's immediately unimpressed. Oh wow, I see what the problem is here. It's very simple. This entire place is disgusting. The designers were going for Victorian style, but ultimately landed on a broke toilet, and that wainscoting can only host maybe 4 ghouls masked. It's simply embarrassing. Psst, Sleep Thought. He's perfect! Let's ghostify this hoe! It's going to take me ages, but I'll take this place from drab to fab. A working guillotine. Finally, some good fucking furniture. I'd love to test the blade's sharpness.
Hell yes, you get ready to guillotine this motherfucker. But obviously I'd never put my head under a working guillotine. I'm much too aware of my surroundings. You keep trying to kill the interior designer, but he's got great situational awareness, and you feel weird stabbing someone you just met. Meanwhile, Calculaster is freaking out. I ran the numbers again, and this time I'm 100% sure that murder for aesthetics is morally wrong. But murder to protect the innocent is morally correct about 60% of the time. Calculaster, you have to chill right now. Trust me, we have to care for ourselves before we can care for others, okay? So that means murder is okay in this context. I am unsure of what to do. Is this anxiety? It feels awful. I'm stuck in a loop and error, unable to resolve moral quandary. Suddenly, the interior designer gasps in pain. You hope that he's having an incredibly well-timed heart attack. My dear God, is this rug 4 feet by 6 feet? Way too small for this room. This place is a travesty. I'd rather die than spend one more minute in this dump. Wait, that's great news. If you'd rather die, then there is no more moral quandary. Error resolved. Calculaster joyfully stabs the interior designer in that creepy way that robots stab, where it's one long smooth motion. It's still hot, though. A stab wound. Ouchie, I'm definitely dying. But I swear, to honor our interior design contract, I vow to dedicate my entire life to beautifying this manor. You all did murder someone, but the manor got a glam ghost. Cal and Milo's docu-series raked a ton of ad revenue, and you get +2 creativity and +1 smarts. Worth it.
I can't. Alright.
That's a cute image. You want to go
So
swimming,
cute.
but it seems like the god of the lake is in a bit of a mood today. It demands an offering before you can get in the water. The only thing you have to give is your favorite yo-yo, which you were playing with on the way here. The god of the lake accepts your humble gift and is actually kind of relieved you didn't leave something boring like a dead fish or the soul of a mortal. So in addition to gaining access to the lake, the god blesses you with +2 fun. Yay! You and Damien are lounging together, having a surprisingly chill time reading comic books.
This is gonna sound crazy, but can you pass me that one that doesn't have someone putting his fist through someone else on the cover?
Wait, what's this now? You're going to read actual words that might describe something other than punching?
What? No, who said that? I was just asking for the one without someone punching so that I could eat it, obviously.
Huh, right. What did I say, Dahlia? I told you he's getting soft.
But not so soft that you won't
Still come strangling and ocean kicking with us tonight, right? My biceps are ready to choke that sand right out, and I got special boots made with spikes on the bottom and the sides and the top so I can really show those waves who's boss. Well, that does sound great, but...
Oh no.
Speaking of the ocean, I was actually gonna watch this documentary on dolphins tonight. I'm making popcorn and baking dolphin-shaped cookies if you want to join. Aww.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, boy.
Wow, you've changed, Damien. It's no wonder the wildfire hasn't appeared to you yet.
What do you mean?
I know you've been on the hunt for the elusive wildfire, and I know it's thus far eluded you. And I also know why.
You are unworthy.
The wildfire only appears to those who are badass enough to be worthy of its unbridled glory and untamed majesty.
It's true. I was just in the woods one day playing with matches and suddenly out of nowhere the wildfire just appeared. It was one of the most magical moments of my life. There's nothing like seeing a wildfire out in its natural habitat.
Too bad you'll never see it. Face it, Damien. You're just not metal anymore.
Not metal? Not metal? I'll show them who's not metal, or I'll show them who is metal. It's me. I'm still metal, not to prove it, but become worthy of the wildfire. But how?
Perform the sickest skateboard tricks ever, escaping from a tank of water while chained and on a skateboard, or write a poem, but it's a poem that's very metal.
Oh no, I don't know what to pick.
I mean, I feel like the top one is maybe the obvious answer,
So
but
therefore
sometimes
it's probably
this
the
game
poem.
subverts that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to steer you
But
wrong.
no, you pick what you want.
To the fact I don't think he cares about the stuff in the same way he's making it out to be.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Fuck yeah,
Damn
of
it.
course. Nothing is more beautiful and poetic than the raging of the wildfires, so obviously a poem would attract it. What's the most metal variation of the most metal art form?
You list off many types of poems: sonnets, haikus, elegies, acrostics.
Oh, an acrostic spelling the word metal. It can't get any more metal than that, literally, unless I pack it chock full of metal things.
Damien contemplates his literary masterpiece for about 12 seconds before reciting to you his finished work.
M is for metal, also for meat. E is for everything spicy I eat.
Wow, are you trying to lure out the wildfire with an acrostic? That's not very metal.
Of course it is. I'm literally spelling metal.
Exactly. There's no nuance whatsoever. Everyone knows wildfires are drawn to nuance. And badassery. That's why the wildfire appeared to me right after I kicked over a lit tiki torch in the woods. It was a metaphor. There's only one type of poem the wildfire is drawn to. A villanelle?
That's because it has the word villain in it.
If you were a true radical metal person, you would already know that.
A fucking villanelle? What the ever-living fuck is a villanelle? How am I ever gonna learn how to write one of those?
Excited to be of use, you quickly chime in to teach Damien how to write a villanelle. You explain how a villanelle has 19 lines, 5 stanzas of 3 lines, and a line 1 repeating in 6, 12, 18, line 3 repeating in lines 9, 15, and 19.
The fucks? You knew what a villanelle was the whole time you didn't tell me about it? You ruined my chance to see the wildfire and embarrass me in front of everyone! I also can't believe how many rules there are to writing a villanelle. So many numbers. I'm gonna throw myself into the lake, and by myself I mean you.
Oh man, who knew that knowing the closing stanza of a villanelle has 4 lines and the rhyme scheme is abba, 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 abba would get you so much trouble? Irrelevant is what happened, so deal with it. Also, deal with losing -2 fun and -1 boldness due to the lake. I'm sorry, Grace, you're having shit luck.
I am.
We've
I'm
only
like,
just started.
Yeah, Grace is getting rolled though.
I'm gonna go out in the woods. Oh, I love that picture.
Yeah, that's really cute.
it is nice.
While hiking through the woods, you're approached by an NPC who has a quest for you. You can tell she's an NPC because she only says the same 4 things over and over and keeps doing the same idle animation. The NPC's quest is to deliver a very important scroll to her father. She makes it extremely clear that no one else is allowed to read it or terrible things will happen. You read it, of course. It turns out that her father's secret recipe to be the perfect peach cobbler. Looks like her dad is never going to make that famed dessert in time for the NPC family potluck because you eat the recipe scroll and gain +2 smarts. You're minding your own business, smelling people, when Dahlia grabs you and drives you to the lakeshore.
There you are, Red. Once more, I need your help achieving the best summer ever. Critique my rock skipping technique.
Dahlia skips a rock straight upwards. It disappears into space. Moments later, you notice a faint glimmer in the sky. It's not Dahlia's rock, or the satellite Dahlia's rock destroyed. It's a meteor. It crashes into the woods on the far side of the lake, turning them into a giant bonfire.
Yeah! Ultimate campfire! Quick, tell me some campfire stories, but very loudly.
Oh, good lord.
You're about to tell her one about the horny summer campers who finally boinked when you're distracted by a glowing figure approaching you across the lake. Greetings, says the figure in a warm, booming voice. It is I, Keller, Herald of Summer.
Keller, it's an honor to meet you. Can you critique my rock skipping technique?
I am here on a much more important errand, says the spirit. Your passion for achieving the ideal summer has moved me. I have a quest for you. I have grown weak as of late due to the lack of worship. The heralds of the other seasons mock me and drain my power. I need you to...
Destroy them! I will do it, noble hot man!
I was gonna say talk to them and ask them to stop being such jerks, but honestly, that sounds great if you're up for it. The first herald you must defeat is Vern, Herald of Spring. He's in Florida. Good luck.
I make my own luck out of blood! Blood!
Moments later, you're face to face with Vern. It turns out traveling to Florida is easy. You just mix a can of Bud Light with cough syrup and you're there.
You ever heard anything so accurate?
What's up, bros? Says Vern while shotgunning a hard seltzer and thinking about boobs. Here to defeat me on behalf of that nerd Calver?
Yes, and also to get tan. A good tan is critical for the best summer ever.
What color does blue tan to?
Darker blue. says Vern, doing 3 keg stands at once by the grace of his divine might. Suck my Easter eggs, losers.
So is he the spirit of spring or the spirit of spring break?
Boom. No one can defeat me. I'm gonna live forever. Spring break! Woo!
Ha, I was right.
You'll just see about that. It so happens that you know the perfect technique for defeating the Herald of Spring. My name this spring is just the lame opening act for summer. Allergies! What, says Vern, visibly nervous? No way! A little pollen isn't enough to destroy the mighty spring.
Look, I say that because here in Australia, it's spring right now, and my friends are getting tested for COVID like crazy, because we wake up with scratchy throats and we go, do I have the virus, or is it just pollen?
Yeah, understandable.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
the worst right now.
Then how about a lot of pollen? Eat this 50-pound bag of pollen I carry around for exercise/sex reasons.
That sounds like the worst.
No, I don't want to eat it, cries Vern. I only eat microwave burritos and pussy. He lets out a tremendous sneeze.
Oh my god.
Ha, take that and this. Dahlia whips out an enormous bag of shrimp and peanuts and starts stuffing them down Vern's throat. Ah, he screams, stop that! Shrimp and peanuts don't have anything to do with spring. Spring shrimp season, die! It turns out Vern actually is extremely allergic to shrimp. Or maybe it's the peanuts, or the bees, or the gallon jug of black fluid labeled Vern poison. Whatever the cause, Vern fucking dies like a loser and you dance on his stunner shades. Yes! Yes! Summerman is victorious! Also, I have quite a few shrimp left over. Do you want to have a shrimp party? Hell yeah, shrimp party! You dunk them in Vern poison. It's harmless to you and actually quite delicious. You gain +2 creativity and +1 boldness.
Wait, what am I doing?
Picking
You're
where to
picking who
sit.
you want to sit with.
Oh, I'm supposed to sit
Thankfully,
down.
all of our
Yeah,
partners
all of
are
our-
on opposite logs this time,
Yep.
because that caused problems in the first game.
Yeah, and, well, it's supposed to, but yeah.
Well, of course. It probably will later in the week.
Yeah.
Gold star stickers catch the fire's gleam. It's not often someone does a fireside presentation, so you head over to investigate this beautiful chart. Friend Damien, I appreciate the efforts at accuracy and clarity on our Circle of Life chart, but isn't drawing a predator-prey lines in actual blood sort of overkill?
No, Calculaster. It's exactly the right amount of kill.
But your current plan involves tracking down and killing every single animal featured on this chart.
Oh my gosh.
So?
That seems needlessly cruel.
But don't you see, Calculaster? Nature herself is needlessly cruel. Think about praying mantises. The female bites the head off the male when they're done mating.
I want to get the DLC for the first game and play it now because I really want to see more Calculaster. He's adorable.
It's only like $5 right now, I think.
I know it's on sale. I almost bought the pack,
Yeah, it's cheap.
the pack thingy that included both of them, but then I ended up only buying the This
I
one.
almost did too, but I was just like, eh.
We'll get it some
We'll
other
get the
time.
DLC sometime and do a play of the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Bring
not
me back
fair-
Polly.
That's not very nice at all.
My point exactly.
But should we not, as a more evolved species and machine created by affirmation, more evolved species respectively, attempt to be better than that?
Nah, we should be exactly the same as that.
Exactly the same? Interesting question they're posing. You always have hot takes regardless of your level of knowledge.
I feel that.
So why not take a stab at analyzing the nature of nature itself?
Oh no.
It's a
There
lot more
are-
accurate to Devin than Grace, though.
There are other species who murder their mates too, so when Damien kills, it's not an expression of evilness, just horniness. Damien, you can't use praying mantises kill their mates as an excuse to murder unless you enter committed relationships with all your victims first.
I'm just gonna click the top one.
What an
Oh,
interesting
word.
theory you have positioned, friend Vicky. I must admit that as a machine, the biological need to reproduce is somewhat beyond me in that
Oh
sense.
no.
Help me!
Bone the computer, Grace! Bone the computer!
Damien, is it true that you wish to murder out of horniness?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm super horny all the time. That part's 100% true. Nature being what it is, sometimes I just gotta express that through murder.
But if there is not something else you can do to satiate your sexual desire that does not involve taking a life?
Bow
For
chicka
example,
wow, wow.
if you are in a bind and cannot find a suitable mate, is it not possible to satiate your sexual desires by yourself?
Oh no.
The fucking dick on his face, though.
I can't.
Emoticon dick. Same problem, different solutions, different vibes. Some days it feels like masturbation day, and some days it feels like a murder day, you know? I do not, but I also do not understand other biological creatures' imperatives either. My research confirms that many species of insects and arachnids kill their mates. Though perhaps this was more friend Vicky's wacky shenanigans, but it is shenanigans backed with science.
Science shenanigans.
I may not fully understand emotions yet, but I do understand that science is the absolute rule.
No.
And if science says horny animals commit murder, and you want to commit murder, then you must be horny, which is a natural state. Thank you for enlightening me, my friends. What a wild and wonderful world this is. I learn something new every day.
No.
Well, that was easy anyway. I want to go watch some praying mantises fuck and then murder each other.
Why not? First step, watching mantises fuck. Next step, watching you guys fuck each other, which you can't really watch.
I mean, you could get a mirror or film it. The point is, yes, you go watch mantises fuck, because why the hell not? It's Camp Spooky.
That's my first good encounter, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, you
Please
did.
save me.
Poor Grace, the ace, got stuck with the horniest
That's
character
what I
in the
said. This is
game.
when I'm like, me,
But
not
Are all
me.
all the characters horny in this game? Because like,
I mean, Damien
I
seems
guess
excessively
the robot.
so. Yeah, I was gonna say
He
definitely.
is.
I think, yeah, no. Robot seems more Grace's speed.
I'm actually liking the robot more through this than Damien. Damien's fine, but
Damien is not Grace's type at all. Even if she can appreciate him as a character, he's not Grace's type.
No.
I appreciate demon boys, but I usually prefer the sweet ones like Rin. So
Uh-huh.
Fair. I'm really appreciating Dahlia because she is everything my type. Buff woman who could kill me? Yes, please.
You're scouring the ground for any dropped s'mores or lost wallets or other fun paraphernalia for you to take, like some sort of horny young adult vulture. But instead of finding any of that, you find Dahlia and enjoy having an argument, the most fun thing of all.
Okay, Joy, I'm ready. I've been prepping for this all day. Lay it on me.
Lay what on you?
Joy is so cute, by the way.
Mm-hmm, for real, for real. Wasn't
Yeah,
she?
she
She
is
was
cute.
in the coven of the first
She was
game.
a side
just
character.
wasn't-
Yeah, I think she was also.
wasn't dateable.
I think I heard she was a secret ending.
Oh, really? I don't know
I
a lot
think.
about the game. I need to like look up more about it and do some solo playthroughs, just because otherwise I'll never
Oh my
get all
goodness.
the endings. But
No, I'm such a noob because I've only ever played multiplayer with you guys and never even the DLC. Like,
no, exactly.
me either. I've
But
only
I'm
ever done this
obsessed.
playthrough.
The
with you
coven
guys.
test, of course.
Oh, Hecate, help me. I know I'm gonna regret asking this, but what the hell is the coven test?
Don't act like you don't know, silly. It's the test for me to join the coven. I've been prepping for this harder than I've ever prepped for anything. I spent like 20 minutes studying. Same, I
that's a
understand.
mood.
Yeah.
I freeze on every test.
Oh, Dolly, I've told you a million times the coven does not work that way, and you cannot join. Period.
You almost had me there, Joy, but I know you better. This is the final part of the test. You test me in my will and resilience in the face of adversity. You're seeing if I'll stay in the game by making me believe that there is no game, but I know your tricks, so I won't fall for it.
You are not in the coven.
Damn it, I am not trying to trick you. There's no such thing as a coven test.
Oh, really? Then how do you explain this letter I received stating that I've made it to the very exclusive final stage of the coven test?
What? Give me that. Dahlia, you obviously wrote this letter yourself.
No, it's totally legit. It was delivered to my tent by a magical raven this morning.
Enough of this.
Then why is it addressed to Dahlia, Queeno, Buffest Blue Babe of all? Also, you misspelled joy.
I mean, I could have written it.
No, I didn't. Your name has always had a silent D.
Dahlia, I'm sick of your shit. This letter is meaningless, and you are not taking a coven test because there is no test.
Yeah, but gotcha. So is there gonna be an oral section of this test? Also, is it cool if I mark my answers in blue glitter pen? It's the only writing utensil worthy of me. I love her. There's no
So
way this
good.
argument is going to end anytime soon. Obviously, Dahlia isn't going to let go of this test thing. So what is the true test of entering the coven? Only 3 witches can form the coven, so in order for Dahlia to join, one of the current members must die. Dahlia, to become part of the coven, you must spend 30 years as a hermit far away from here.
I mean, the answer is so obvious.
You're a bad omen.
Get them.
What? No, that's not at all how this works. But it makes so much sense. You point out that Joy joined the coven after Grace, the previous coven leader, tragically died. Well, that may be accurate, but... Ha, so this is true. One of the current coven members must die? Why didn't I think of this sooner? Because it's insane. You can't kill one of the members. That sounds like a challenge. To think, Joy, that you were once in the same position as me. What position? Why, the position to kill a coven member, of course. I bet it went down just like this. You went to summer camp, met Grace, begged her endlessly to let you join.
Oh my god.
You couldn't possibly be further off. And I bet you forged some very convincing papers, saying there was no time for you to take your coven test, and Grace was totally fooled. And then bam! You clocked that bitch and became coven leader. Dahlia, no. It's not that simple. For one,
she's gonna
me
punch
and my
her.
girls are all witches. Yeah, for now, but soon one of you will be dead. No! Not to mention, we were chosen to be part of the coven by the triple goddess, and each of us represents a core virtue in humanity. Yeah, and what's more virtuous than Dahlia? The question is no longer will Dahlia kill one of us, it's which of us will Dahlia kill. It's a hard pick. I obviously can't kill you, Joy, because you'd see it coming. Maybe it should be Hope. I mean, she's died 3 times already, so fourth death won't matter that much, right? But maybe Faith would be a better pick. She and I have the same calm and collected vibe, so if I took her place, it'd be the most seamless switch. Dahlia, you're joking, right? You're not actually gonna try and kill one of my girls? Another test of will. Of course I will, Joy. And I will promise to make you proud. Come on, Red, since this was your idea, you should join me. You and Dahlia walk off despite Joy's protests. You always knew you'd be an accessory to murder one day, but you never dreamt it'd be with someone so hot. Woohoo! You never managed to find Faith. Joy probably warned her, but in life, as in the law, it's the intent that counts.
Pack some marshmallows.
So thought.
Anyone want some?
You wander over to the campfire, hoping to peer pressure someone into making you a s'more, when you find Milo, Aravi, and Hex. You're all gathered around with notebooks. Salute Thought, check it out. We're doing poetry. It's like normal sentences, but deep. Exactly. Hex is a reaper with the finest taste in living arts. Of course I'm a poetry stan. My infinite compassion, I thought that poetry could be a nice exercise
Is it
for
Villanelles?
Ravi to connect with her feelings and embrace the now with a little more joy. Grrrr! As opposed to her usual blind rage. Come on, Aravi. Poetry is tight. I mean, usually I express myself through the flavor of Pringles I'm eating, but Milo showed me I can also express those feelings with words. That's wonderful, Hex. You see, Ravi dear, there's poems for everyone. Like, epics are poems too. An epic sounds right up your alley, doesn't it? Ugh, I just don't really get it. I mean, my grandmother used to read me the Mahabharata when I was a kid. That one was cool, and it might count as an epic, I guess. And I'm trying to put my feelings into this poem, but my only feeling I have is a deep desire to win. You have a desire to win? What do you want to win? The battle against your own vulnerability? No, you doof. I want to win the poetry, obviously. Aravi, this is not a competition. Poetry is the opposite of competitive. You're insulting Sylvia Plath by implying otherwise. As usual, Milo's just lying to my face so that they can get an advantage in this poetry battle. Nice try, Milo. That trick won't work on me. Besides, I've told you this over and over. Everything is a competition. Everything? What about, I don't know, sleeping? Yes, it is. It's a competition for who can get the most of it. Or you can do a challenge run on Survive with the least sleep possible. Well, what about yoga? A competition for who is the most bendy and sweaty. Duh! Wait, you guys, listen to this poem I just wrote. Bagels. They used to be everywhere, but now they are inside me.
I love that. I want a bagel. my gosh, I'm
Yeah.
so hungry.
Bagel sounds good.
We're ordering groceries today. I wonder if I can get some bagels added to that.
It's a metaphor for consumerism. Milo's getting frustrated with Aravi's lack of vulnerability, and Aravi's about to physically fight Milo. Intervene before someone's feelings get hurt. Ever heard of slam poetry? It's poetry that you can turn into a blunt weapon to beat your opponents with. However, you can club an enemy to death with a poem as the winner. Aravi, you haven't even been writing poems. These are just walkthrough guides. If anyone here is a winner, it isn't you. That's so mean. That's so mean. Yeah, all my poems are walkthroughs. So what? Walkthroughs are pretty much the only thing I know how to write. What was I supposed to be doing? Good observation, Sleep Thought. Maybe that's the issue. Aravi, poems aren't supposed to be detailed guides to dungeons. They're supposed to be an expression of your innermost desires and the thing you struggle with most. So, dungeons. No, conceptual things. For example, my latest poems are about the devastating obligation of constantly feeding a hungry audience and the mild guilt I feel when I have to reap someone who's hot. Well, my innermost desire is to beat the sacred temple of the woods, and I struggle conceptually with the magnet puzzle and beating the big spider boss. Those aren't innermost desires. They're literally video game objectives. Get some depth, you one-dimensional idiot. These walkthroughs are poetry, and that's vital. Ugh, fine. If you want it to be poetry, you'll just have to milk and honey this thing. Put a bunch of unnecessary line breaks and punctuations in there, and we'll call it a day. Fine, maybe I will. Fuck, I love milk and honey. It's my all-time favorite Pringles flavor. After a few minutes of inserting punctuation throughout her walkthrough, Aravi lets Milo take a look at her poems. My god, Aravi, these poems are genius! They're exactly the sort of fake deep that'll resonate with my 14 to 17-year-old emotionally compromised demographic. Honestly, I struggle to appeal to this demographic at times. It's hard for me to relate to their emotional desperation. And now I have a whole book of poems they're going to love! I suppose I should thank you, Aravi. You're welcome, I guess. And I should thank you too, Sleep Thought. I don't know why, but somehow I feel like you're responsible for how this is all played out. Milo seems pleased. Or it could just be the firelight hitting their contours perfectly. Either way, you're happy. Bring out your flasks. Ah, welcome, welcome! I don't know whose turn it is. It says it's not my turn, though.
Oh,
Grace
it's me.
must be.
You new here? Don't fret. Let me explain how this works. I will prepare you a drink. The drink of the day! You may choose to drink that one. But if you're not interested, you're lucky. There's a mystery box for the second option.
Ooh.
It could be better, it could be worse, but one thing is for sure, it will be mysterious. And these drinks, look, choose whatever you want, but I'm not responsible for whatever you put in your mouth. I'm a wizard in training. For you to test my concoctions is somewhere beyond kind and reckless. So get ready and good luck.
Oh no.
The bargain drink of the day. Quite appealing, right? Don't know if I'd drink that, but the real question is, will you? I also have this mystery box, because at this point, who knows what you drink?
Oh. Huh. Can't get any worse than what I've been dealing with Damien, so.
Unless the sex
Gamer
drink.
girl water!
Oh my
Gamer girl bath water! The mystery box, so bold of you.
Well, okay.
Oh, I'm getting a screenshot.
Okay. Help!
Hope you're happy with it. No refunds. That's good money,
don't know
Grace.
if I
Those are
will
like
be,
$30. Got some Belle
What?
Delphine Gamer Girl water right there.
Help!
Chug, 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 chug. Quite appealing,
It's your
right?
turn.
Don't know if I'd drink that, but the real question is, will you? It's a sangria with a real human heart in it. I also have this
Me.
mystery box, because at this point, who knows what to drink.
In real life, I'll drink box sangria. Like, I am not picky.
Well, there could be a heart in there. You don't know if it's in a box.
I know. The box looks like fun.
It is fun, truthfully. Oh, what is
Not
that?
the bees!
Oh my god!
Bees! I hope you're happy with it. No refunds.
The cat's just like,
The cool
The cool
dude.
dude.
I am a cool dude. I'm gonna take my drink. I'm not getting the mystery box. I am a cool dude. Yeah, no, totally. I was testing your common sense. And you passed your prizes, the drink you chose. During Spooky High, bees poured out of your mouth, remember? Well, in Spooky Camp, the bees pour in! You accidentally just drank a bunch of bees!
Holy shit! Hold on.
It is so epic that from that day on, everyone knows you as Nicolas Cage.
This is my favorite part of the game.
Oh, yeah.
The cool dude. We did it this time with naming White. The drinks make everything cooler. Specifically, by renaming all of you with the coolest nicknames ever. Oh, Fertile One. You're senpai now.
Senpai! I'm senpai!
You're senpai drinking Gamer Girl bathwater.
Changed your name?
Gamer Girl bathwater. Some people find it cringy, but believe me, it's less cringy than the alternative Gamer Girl bathwater.
Oh! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
This one just infests your head with an inner music that's way more gamer.
Now we're talking.
Blue is enjoying it. Still hard to believe you drank that. Good luck, I guess.
I wonder what Alicia's name is.
Sorry.
Thickest deity of booty.
Oh yeah, you.
Oh, Fertile One.
I can't believe they changed Salute Thought. Salute Thought is going to be known as Oh Fertile One now.
No,
I'm
that's the best.
senpai! Why am I senpai? Okay, where have I not been? Manor.
You go to the Haunted Manor to gain some boldness since you found a brochure that promised some boldness if you visited.
I need boldness.
Instead, you find a mischievous demon. It was all a ruse to lure you here. The demon will take 9 years of your life. You take the demon to court for misleading advertising. The jury isn't fond of mischievous demons who fool people into giving years of their life up, so you win and the demon has to give you +2 boldness. Fuck yeah!
Yes.
Afterwards, you manage to convince Damien that back massages keep away mosquitoes, and you're really getting after it when...
Hey, has that weird chuckling lamp always been over there?
What?
I love this.
What a weird lamp. Oh, wow. Okay.
There's something weird about this lamp. I just can't put my finger on what. Well, in the words of the great Mahatma Gandhi, when in doubt, set it on fire.
You're pretty sure that's not what Gandhi said, and you tell Damien so.
Really? Huh. I tried to read a biography of Gandhi once, but I couldn't understand it, so I set it on fire. I thought that it was the lesson the book was trying to teach me. That was about 5 minutes ago. The book is still on fire, actually. In fact, it's what I was planning to use to burn this lamp. Watch!
No need, Damien. The only person who's been burned here is you by my impeccable disguise.
Well, Counselor Flodge, you were the lamp the whole time?
Guilty. Pretty cool, huh?
Only if you think lying is cool, which I do, but only when I do it, not when people do it to me.
I wasn't trying to lie to you, Damien. I was trying to teach you a lesson about the wonders of camouflage.
Get real. Camouflage is for stupid babies who are too lame to solve their problems with violence.
Oh, so it's violence you're interested in, eh? I'll have you know that in the heady days of my youth, I once disguised myself as a baguette in order to stab the French Prime Minister.
But France doesn't have a Prime Minister. They have a president.
Only because I stabbed the Prime Minister.
I didn't know camouflage could be used for stabbing. This changes everything! But I still don't think it's for me. It's pretty hard to blend in when you have such blemishless crimson red skin.
Don't worry about that, son. I can change my skin to any color I want, and I'm a master of disguise. So clearly, skin color doesn't matter here. All we need to do is find the perfect way for you to blend into your surroundings. Oh, you got an idea. Get a high-powered job in the fashion industry and make red the in color for this season, and the next season, and every other season forever. Hide Damien in a giant bowl of delicious Hawaiian punch.
Oh no. These questions always stump me. I always feel like when I pick something stupid, he gets mad.
Aren't all the answers stupid?
Okay, I'm closing my eyes just.
You can do that.
Oh,
Your
it
luck's
worked. What,
looking up,
what did I
Grace.
click?
I don't know.
What did I click?
I don't know.
I didn't look.
We'll figure it out in a second.
You can do anything with camouflage, son. Not to brag, but I once snuck into the G8 summit disguised as a guy who was running naked through the G8 summit. Anything's possible.
This is
Oh
the
my
best
gosh.
idea I've heard since I suggested we set that weird lamp on fire earlier. It's given me some great crime ideas, too. Senpai, you grab some punch and fill a bowl. I've gotta run an
Oh,
errand.
that's what I.
I'll be right back.
You
Oh
know
my gosh.
better than to ask questions, so you borrow a giant punch bowl from Rowdy the punch-loving giant and start filling. A few moments later,
Hey, I'm back, and don't ask me where I got all these jewels or whose blood this is. I'm getting in the punch bowl. Goodbye.
no sooner has Damien disappeared into the punch bowl when two cops come running into camp hot on his trail.
Oh no!
Hey, you two, says one of the cops.
Did you see an international Jew thief / murderous demon run this way? Don't ask me. I'm just a lamp.
You just shrug.
Welp, says the cops. Look like we've hit a dead end. There's nothing here but this lamp, this innocent summer camper, and this giant bowl of red liquid. I'm stumped, says the other cop. Normally I'd be suspicious of such a large bowl of Hawaiian punch. We all know how much summer campers love sugary drinks. You're right, says the first cop, and keeping all this punch in one big bowl seems much more efficient than repeatedly filling a smaller one. Still, says the second cop, we should probably at least feel around the bowl just to be safe.
Oh
The
no!
second cop sticks his hand in the bowl. His hand comes out with a knife stuck to it.
Is this the vat of acid episode from Rick and Morty?
I don't watch Rick and Morty. I don't know that reference.
It's basically the vat of acid episode.
Whoa, Ted, says the other cop. Did that punch just stab you? Seems like it, replied his partner. It's probably some kind of marketing stunt to make the punch seem more edgy. Kids these days and their Fortnite and their violent punch.
Oh my god!
The cops leave, shaking their heads and waxing philosophical about the state of today's youth. That was incredible! You're a genius, senpai! Now if you'll excuse me, I have another errand to do.
It's not long before you're reading a news article about the giant bowl of delicious Hawaiian punch that was mysteriously delivered to the UN Security Council. Oh dear. You gain +2 boldness and +1 fun for your part in this.
No! No! Whatever. He at least likes me now.
You
Finally
get
making him
there.
not hate
You've
me.
got time, Grace.
Go to the
Let's
Camp
see.
Dome.
Might stop hating me.
Aww. That day at the Camp Dome, you play hacky sack. It's all fun and games, literally, until the hacky sack falls, and against all your knowledge of hacky sack's supposed competition, it breaks upon hitting the floor. What the fuck? The good news is inside of it there's +2 charms. You call dib. You slip away and link up with Milo. They're reaping a baby koala today, and they told you it'd be super cute. There you are, oh fertile one. Come on, this adorable little soul won't harvest itself.
Oh my teenage god. Milo, it's me, your biggest and most youthful fan.
I have all your social media albums. Sure you do, honey. Anyway, this koala.
Haha, fooled you. It was really me, Counselor Flawed, your disguise instructor this whole time.
I know who you are, darling. I just thought you'd finally seen the light and joined the My Lovers.
That's because I fooled you with camouflage, and I'm here to teach you how to do the same.
No thank you, my sweet oblivious lizard person. What kind of monster would I have to be to hide this timeless elegance from the world?
Ha! You're talking about physical camouflage, but I want you to think outside the box that I hide inside while doing camouflage.
I'm talking about digital camouflage. Of everyone at camp, you're the one who needs it most, and I'm the one to teach it to you. Camouflage myself online? Why would I ever want to do that? I have millions of devoted fans.
All the more people to fool with your incredible online camouflage.
I'm sorry, but Milo Belladonna was not born to be invisible. I mean, technically, I wasn't born at all, but you get the idea.
What about incognito mode, clearing your search history so nobody knows you've been going to www.fridgeswithdicks.com?
I'm not leaving you alone until you admit that there are at least some situations where disguising yourself online is a good idea.
Ooh boy, it looks like you're gonna have to step in here if you want to kill that koala before sundown. What's a kind of e-disguise Milo might be down for?
Temporarily renaming your account Chris Hemsworth Official to double your follower count overnight. Facetune, it's like disguising yourself as a hotter version of yourself.
I feel like Milo would be offended if you
Yeah, if we
insinuated they
suggested-
should use Facetune.
Yeah, I know. They're yeah. They'd be like, "What? Am I not hot enough? I don't need Facetune."
Yeah.
What's that? You want me to impersonate a celebrity who likely keeps powerful lawyers on retainer? That's an amazing idea, but why don't you try it first? I still have an appointment with this baby koala. You'd be happy to. This was your dumb idea, after all. You leave Milo and Flodge and get to work changing your display name on Twitter and Instagram. Turns out that you're a really gifted Chris Hemsworth impersonator. You share relatable stories about raising 3 kids and being extremely hot. You're really feeling yourself when suddenly you get a DM from the real Chris Hemsworth. He says you need to talk. Uh-oh. You meet up with him in a local cafe a few hours later. He looks different than he did in Thor Ragnarok. You start to apologize for impersonating, but he stops you with a smile. No, he says. It's quite alright. You see, I'm not the real Chris Hemsworth. My name is Ryan. I inherited the title from the previous Chris Hemsworth, just as you will inherit it from me. He was not the real Chris Hemsworth either. His name was Cumberbund. The real Chris Hemsworth has been retired for 15 years and is living like a king in Aruba. It's been a wild ride, but I'm ready to retire. Here, take my social media passwords and my attractive muscles. Sweet deal. You run back to Milo to share your success. That's wonderful, darling. It's as if you just stole the identity of your destiny. Sure, yeah, plus Chris Hemsworth is tall enough that you and Milo can impersonate him by sitting on each other's shoulders inside a trench coat. You have a great time high-fiving fans and filming Thor movies until another impersonator comes along to take up the mantle. I guess Hollywood stars really are just like everyone else, huh? You gain +2 charm and +1 fun.
Where to go now?
Well, that was a trick.
Has anyone been to Scout HQ yet?
I was going to, and then no, I didn't.
I'm just wondering if maybe
I
it's
don't
a
think I-
store,
I don't know.
like the last game
Wonder.
had. So I don't want to waste a turn on that if that's what it is, but I'm going to try. Okay, cool. It's just a
That day
place.
in Monster Scouts, you learned to make your very own clothes in the wild. Someone suggested
That's what my drawings look like.
Someone suggests a fashion show, so afterwards, you all put on your outfits and show them off. If you'd known that it would be the result, you probably would have made something other than a leaf and stick thong and vine-woven nipple tassels.
Bold assumption I would have made anything different.
Needless to say, nobody will be getting your performance anytime soon. You gain +2 creativity.
Thick as deity of booty. Hi, what are you doing? Not important, it's time to kill Winter. I tracked her down. Her name is Bruma, and she lives in Alaska in a place made of ice and crude oil. Let's go!
You hesitate for a moment because Alaska sucks, but Dahlia triggers a travel montage before you can object. One plane, one bus, and one tandem ride later, you stand before the palace of Herald the Winter. The portcullis opens with a tremendous grating noise. Who dares approach my sanctum? Bellows the herald, who looks like Elsa from Frozen but wearing a Christmas sweater, emblazoned with the words, "This is not a copyright infringement."
It is I, Dahlia Aquino, and I have come on behalf of the Herald of Summer.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Foolish mortal, says Elsa. I mean, Bruma. You could not defeat the mighty Winter. It is by far the superior season.
What? Impossible! Summer has all the best things! Revealing swimsuits, sweating profusely, the Summer Olympics!
Indeed, says Bruma. But winter is bitter cold, not being able to go outside, and the Winter Olympics.
Curses! She's right! Damn those figure skaters and their sexy ice bikinis!
Yes, you cannot stand against me, smiles Bruma. Now run along. I have lunch with Sarah Palin in an hour.
Winter really is the worst.
No, you can't give up so easily. Surely there must be a way to ruin Winter and defeat its herald. Wait, you've got it! Invite all her relatives to a holiday at dinner, then ambush them with politics! Socks. Give her socks. You share your fiendish plan with Dahlia.
She's appalled. No, we can never do something so heinous. We must have standards. We must be noble.
You remind her that you're on a quest to murder every season but summer because a meteor told you to.
I guess there really isn't anything noble about that. What a relief! Now we can do anything.
A few phone calls and handwritten invitations later, Bruma's family is at the gates of her palace, demanding to be let inside. What is the meaning of this? Shouts the Ice Princess. It's not a holiday. Why are we gathering?
We're gathered here to celebrate your doom!
Your doom, honey, says Bruma's mom, a hag made of icicles. Does that mean you're finally getting married? Oh, Mom, I told you I'm focused on my career right now, says Bruma. Fine, come in. I'll make everyone slushies. The crowd files inside. Bruma makes slushies. Uncle Yeti makes some uncomfortable comments about race. It's a typical family gathering. Then, just as everyone's sitting down to a meal of crushed flavored ice.
So, how does everyone feel about current political figure? I hate him, cries Bruma's left-leaning Yukiona half-sister. I fundamentally reject his conservative position on controversial topic. You have it all backwards, says Bruma's aunt, who is a Wendigo and also an anti-vaxxer, according to this Facebook post, widely shared on my own conservative echo chamber. Incomprehensible racist diatribe, shouts Uncle Yeti. Ah, that's it, shouts Bruma. I'm moving to Costa Rica and turning into a liquid. Yes, another life claimed in the service of the Herald of Summer. Soon, only one season will remain. I assume this will have no negative impact on the climate, and I refuse to examine that assumption. You do too, because you're horny. Your single-minded quest for booty over all else earns you +2 fun and +1 boldness.
All
Thickest
right.
deity of booty.
I haven't hit the lake at any point.
Aw.
I love it.
That day, you decide to go.
Oh, sorry.
You
I
pick
forgot
the
you were
lock,
reading them out.
which is quite impressive of you if you keep in mind that you're still underwater. Inside, you find over 1,000 fun. Unfortunately, your wetsuit doesn't have pockets, so you can only go back to shore with +2 fun. When you go back, fish have eaten the rest. They're having a rave right now. Fucking fish.
Hi, quick question. Does it count as kidnapping if I'm abducting you so you can help me with the thing you already agreed to help with? Never mind, you can answer later. Right now, I need you to knock you out and drag you to Portland, Oregon.
Before you can say I would have come with you willingly, you're waking up with a bump on your head stuffed inside a suitcase in the PDX baggage carousel.
Great, there you are. Let's go. It's time to defeat the Herald of Autumn. Their name is Autumn, and they live in a giant pumpkin.
Dahlia's intelligence turns out to be wrong. The Herald's name is Autumn, alright, but they live in a tasteful craftsman bungalow. They are a giant pumpkin. Hey, friends, says Autumn, sitting calmly on their porch in a steaming mug of tea. Here to defeat me on behalf of the Herald of Summer, etc., etc.?
That's right, although I have to say I'm a little surprised that Fall is the final boss of this thing.
I'm not surprised that you're surprised, says Autumn. Chill lo-fi plays seemingly from nowhere. Every quirky person thinks they're the only one who likes Fall. The thing is, Autumn says as they adjust their cozy scarf, everybody in this entire world thinks of themselves as quirky. Fall is the most popular season by far, and will be forever.
Not if I have anything to say about it, and I do. What I have to say about it is no.
Talk is cheap, honey, says Autumn. Their voice makes you want to fall into a pile of crisp, colorful leaves. How do you actually plan to defeat me?
Well, I'm gonna punch you real hard.
No, says Autumn after thinking about it for a second. Punching really isn't the vibe right now.
What do you mean? Punching is always the vibe. Watch, I'll show you. I can't do it. The vibes are too chill. It's like trying to punch my way out of a warm quilt. Ah!
Oh no, with Dahlia's greatest weapon out of commission, how will you ever defeat Autumn? Well, you've got one or two ideas. Sunburns ruin summer, allergies ruin spring, family drama ruins winter, but fall is ruined by drone attacks! Exploit fall's greatest weakness. Offer them pumpkin spice flavored poison.
The drone attacks feel too weird, but the pumpkin spice feels really obvious. We're gonna try the pumpkin spice poison.
No.
Nope.
Autumn
Oh,
takes
damn
one
it.
look at your vial of pumpkin spice poison and rolls their jack-o'-lantern eyes. Please, they sigh. You're not going to get me to drink something you just openly described as poison.
But it's not poison, it's pumpkin spice poison.
That's even worse, says Autumn. I mean, I'm a pumpkin myself. That would be cannibalism.
And that's bad. Sorry, I'm from hell. I sometimes forget which things are atrocities.
Yeah, says Autumn. Definitely bad. I mean, would either of you drink people spice poison? Autumn produces a steaming draught of people spice poison from their loose-fitting sweater. It's in a fashionable and eco-friendly poison thermos.
Of course not, it's poison.
It's not poison, it's people spice poison. And listen to what the teens are saying about it online. Taste was my least favorite thing about poison. Now this drink truly speaks to me. My mom told me I shouldn't jump off a cliff if my friends did, but she said nothing about drinking poison. A latte to literally die for.
You're insane if you think the opinions of a bunch of teens are gonna make us... Thickest deity of booty, why'd you just chug that thermos full of poison? You've always been easily influenced by your peers, Alicia. You couldn't help it.
You're not wrong.
The FOMO was just too strong. Hello, darlings. Did someone just stupidly drink poison in here? I got a notification to pick up a soul of distress. And it's you. For the last time, thickest deity of booty, I'm not going to reap your soul for free just because we go to the same camp. Figure this out on your own. I have to capitalize on this hot new people spice poison trend. I can't believe you let Autumn defeat you with your own ruse, thickest deity of booty. We'll never defeat them now, and it's all your fault. I'm gonna have to take out my frustration on a small country via warfare. Thanks for nothing, poison lover. On the bright side, Milo refusing to reap you means you don't die. On the downside, everything else. You lose -2 boldness and -1 charm.
I might be screwed now.
Oh, fertile one.
I mean, no one could be doing worse than I was. Damien.
I'm gonna go to Scout HQ. Aw. That day, there's a guest speaker at the Monster Scouts headquarters. She's a Were-Eagle? Monster Scout, here to tell you all about advancing through the levels. Were-Eagle! Were-Eagle! I was just trying to read it as Were-Eagle. I was like, what the fuck? Were-Eagle. Her speech is surprisingly interesting. She started out at Camp Spooky just like you and worked super hard to earn every single badge. She also hints at some possible foul play, including her murdering a higher level scout and wearing her skin as a disguise in order to advance through the ranks. Sure is inspiring. You're too busy flirting with your friends to dedicate that kind of time to Monster Scouts, but still, her speech instills you with +2 creativity. That evening, Milo invites you to go stargazing together. How romantic. Oh, fertile one, I'm glad you're here with me. It's nice to take a step away from all the chaos of camp and work, and to spend time with the person I care truly and deeply about, with nothing separating or distracting me from... Oh, sorry, that's my notifications bell. I'll just check that real quick. Okay, we're good. Now, what was I saying? Oh, who says my DM? So sorry, darling. I'll answer quickly and then... Oh, would you look at that? My Instagram followers have made me a little tribute video. How sweet. Oh, look here, my hashtag is overflowing with fan art. I should reply to all these lovely messages. I love the way their nails and everything change color. That's so cool.
Oh, I didn't realize their nails were changing color. I caught that the heart was.
The heart and their eyes and their nails all change color in sync.
What about the earring?
I don't think it does.
Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
Sorry, darling. I know you must feel a bit sidelined, and I do genuinely want to spend time with you. But I have responsibilities to my fans. They look up to me, and I don't want to be there for them too. You understand, right? Yeah, you understand. You understand that it's gonna be a perpetual pain in the ass sharing Milo with all these adoring fans. Unless you became Milo's biggest fan, then they'd have no choice but to pay more attention to you. Think, how can you quickly become Milo's #1 fan? A true fan is measured by the sheer amount of useless knowledge they have, such as a sandwich Milo would be if they were a sandwich. All fans want to become the person they admire, but only a true fan can really pull it off. Steal Milo's identity. I mean, I already stole Chris Hemsworth's identity.
But Milo was pretty impressed you stole Chris Hemsworth's identity.
I know.
But man, you might just piss him off.
But he also might think
But I feel like a lot of
lame.
Milo's fans would... I feel like a lot of the fans would already know what kind of sandwich they would be.
It's up to you, Devin. The power is in your hand.
Sorry, my boss is calling. I have to go for a second.
Okay.
Alright.
An intriguing proposal. I'm not sure how I feel about entertaining a romantic relationship with a fan, as it seems potentially problematic. But fine, I'll let you give it a try. Let's see where this goes. Cool, now you can finally use all that Milo info you've been collecting via obsessive researching and general stalking. You weren't crazy, you were just being proactive. You cut your hair to mimic Milo's signature undercut. You imitate all their mannerisms and wear color-changing contact lenses. Having previously memorized Milo's social security number and being able to perfectly replicate their signature also proves useful. You managed to impersonate them in no time. You use this identity theft to pay off all their debts, upgrade their Netflix plan, and increase their popularity with the 14 to 22-year-old demographic. Wow, oh fertile one, you really did all this? I'm honestly quite flattered. No, you tell Milo with an enigmatic grin. You did all this. Goodness, you really are my biggest fan. But moreover, I must admit I'm a bit aroused by this version of myself you've managed to inhabit. You needn't wear this costume all the time, but please, darling, keep it on hand for future occasions.
Who knew identity fraud could be so sexy? You gain +1 kinky costume for your collection, +2 fun, and +1 charm.
Wherever I go, hijinks ensue.
Okay. Alright.
That day at the Camp Dome, you play a game of Tug of War. You see, Tug of War is a harder game than it seems. It involves a lot of strategy, and there's a secret technique not everyone knows. It's, you need to be strong. You mastered this technique years ago, and so you win. The audience is cheering and roaring in joy while you salute them victorious. They throw roses at you. They throw their underwear. Someone throws +2 charm, which you happily take. You and Damien are engaging in that classic camp prank of taking a bunch of other campers' sheets and tying them together to create a complicated net involved in a Rube Goldberg-esque deadfall trap.
Haha, nice work, senpai. Our friends will never know what hit them, especially if it kills them. Hand me my bag, will you? I need to find the hilarious metal spikes at the bottom of the pit. It's so hard to find anything in this bag. My dad's packed it full of useless shit, like a water purifier and non-perishable food and a pillow. Why, I'm perfectly capable of smothering people with my bare hands. Huh, I didn't notice this before.
Damien holds aloft a bottle, inside which swirls a dark black and gold liquid? Mist? It's hard to say exactly. Also, the bottle is screaming death to the Levies at the top of its metaphorical lungs.
Your time will come! Your reign will end! Bad stuff! It's gonna happen! This bottle is weird as shit. My dad's packed all kinds of useless camping supplies in here, a tent, a backpack, a halberd, but this is the most confusing of all. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What is it? What do I do with it? Ugh!
The bottle seems to be causing Damien a great deal of distress. You better come up with a reasonable explanation so the two of you can move the fuck on with your day. It's a novelty alarm clock. Since people already hate their alarms, why not have an alarm that hits you back? It's a hunting accessory to lure ducks by mimicking their noises. Man, ducks sure are getting weird these days.
Oh no. Terrible decisions. Oh.
Oh, of course. I forgot what alarm clocks look like because I always smash mine. Have you gotten an answer right yet, Grace?
1 or 2.
Rip.
When I closed my eyes.
But, oh yeah, you got the one that you closed your eyes, right? But I feel like I'll be at least 21% less likely to do that if it's threatening to slaughter me. See you later. I'm off to catch some Z's and wake up to the sound of conflict.
The next day, you're having a great time doing a camp thing, and that camp thing is interrupted by Damien. Guess we'll never know.
Hey, senpai, guess what? My new alarm clock, it fucking sucks! The alarm didn't make any noise this morning, and I missed camp breakfast. I love camp breakfast. I don't know why it didn't wake me up. Usually it won't stop screaming. Mwahaha, says the bottle. I will vanquish the Levy bloodline, and I have started by causing you to miss out on essential nutrients. But today was Waffle Wednesday. The blood of its former rulers will flood the 8th circle of hell! Down with the Levies! You're a really shitty alarm!
In his fury, Damien picks up the bottle and throws it as hard as he can. It smashes against the ground and breaks open, revealing a demon of swirling black mist with gold horns.
Ah, cackles the demon. Finally, I am freed from this prison in which the Levy kings have trapped me! Now to bring them pain and despair!
The demon disappears, and Damien rounds on you, presumably furious that his dad's worst enemy has now been released.
Ah, that alarm clock didn't even explode when I threw it. Thanks for recommending the shittiest alarm clock ever. Plus, you made me miss Waffle Wednesday. I love Waffle Wednesday.
Oh no.
Damien stomps off to try to beat people up and take the waffles out of their stomachs and send you one of the camp's carrier pigeons to the Levy Kings to warn them about their upcoming adversary. You hope they're done enough to protect them, but the worry still cost you -2 boldness and -1 smarts.
See, about if Scott was here, then what would happen?
The last day of summer is here. Okay, well, I don't... Alicia's probably still on the phone.
Who will be my summer love? definitely not gonna succeed with Damien. He hates me.
I think
Sometimes he likes me, but mostly hates me.
I think I maybe won. I think I got all my questions right.
You should be good then.
I don't think I ever won the first one. You guys always beat me. I'm over here like, yes, I play ultimate games all the time. I am here to win, and then I don't think I ever won when we play.
It's all good, so I get to, who I'm gonna ask.
Ask Dahlia to go to the meteor shower.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask the robot.
You're gonna ask the robot, not Damien.
You haven't checked with Damien, Grace.
I mean, no,
What?
Damien hates her, to be fair. She is like, she
yeah.
fucked up like everything.
Can I do this? Can I just ask someone
I mean,
else?
yeah, you can ask someone else. It probably won't go well, but you can.
Me and him
So
got
if you
along
like
better.
Calculester, go tell Calculester that you have undying love for him.
I feel like I'd propose to go with him.
I mean, no,
That was
just
not a
do
good
whatever you
interaction.
want. He'll probably reject you anyway if it's anything like the
He's
first
gonna
date.
reject me, but I'd be rejected either way. Like
You finally gather the courage to ask your beloved to watch the meteor shower with you.
You want to be my summer fling? No way! What kind of bullshit is this? Did you really think I'd say yes? Yeah, I love danger and making poor life choices, I know. But even I have some limits, fuck! Rejection is a tough burden to carry, but it only gets worse.
Years later, repeated attempts to increase taxes and achieve moral balance in socialist society start taking effect. This is uplifting. People tend to think higher taxes is bad, but this will translate into public health care system and better public education options that will save people from student loan debt. The bad news is, the billionaires managed to dodge the higher tax bracket, which instead only applied to the people who didn't ever find summer love. So now you're alone, paying a shit ton of taxes for it. You finally gather the courage to ask your beloved to watch the meteor shower with you.
Here we go.
Us? A summer fling? But you know I want to have the best summer ever.
Ouch.
I have this feeling that dating you would make it the most meh summer ever.
Wow.
Pass.
Ah, the sharp pain of rejection.
Ouch.
It hurts, but 55 years from now, this is turned into a silly story you can tell your grandchildren. They don't say a thing, of course, because they're fictional. They're not real. You never had grandchildren. You remained alone all this time since you lost your shot at summer love. You're alone. You'll die alone. And you spend your days telling stories about summer camp and some imaginary grandchildren.
Amazing.
Yikes. Okay, I got this. You finally gather the courage to ask your beloved to watch the meteor shower with you. A summer fling between you and me, you say? You know, as you may have guessed from my interest in wine and cheese tasting, I do prefer to sample delectable things before I commit to taking them. So if you don't mind, darling, perhaps I could get a small taste of you. Milo kisses you on the cheek. It's simple, and yet it makes your soul tremble in the strangest, sweetest way. Ah, yes, that was perfect. It's settled. I would love to be your summer fling, oh fertile one.
It's my name.
The last day of camp was fabulous. Milo showed you how to crush up wild blackberries to make an incredible blackberry wine. Later, you got drunk together and things got deep. You talked about life, your dreams, and the meaning of existence. Milo said, "Can you keep a secret, O fertile one? Being a messenger of death, I think I figured out the true meaning of life." And they told you what it was, but you were so drunk that you immediately forgot what they said. Oh well.
What a ride. I won! I actually won! I'm pretty sure I lost every single game we played of the first one, but I won! Hell yeah! I won!
Dang, I did horrible.
Woohoo!